All right, so this is the chapter on factoring. This is the quick review, factoring out common factors. Okay, so we've got one example here, and I've got the 4's in red, and they stick out right. And you can see we have a binomial, and there's a common 4 to both factors. All right, so what do you do when you factor out common factors? Well, you simply take out the factors that are common. Now, this is a shortcut. This is a shortcut, because really what we would do is we would multiply this by 4 over 4. And a 4 over 4 is the same as a 4 times 1/4. All right? And then I would distribute the 1/4, and I end up with 4 times 4 over 4x minus 4 over 4y, and it gives me 4 times x squared minus y. Now, that's technically what's going on. You don't need to understand all that. Factoring out common factors is a whole lot easier. Just simply take a look at what is common and take it outside of a parentheses. And then whatever is left is inside the parentheses. So I still have the x squared, I still have the minus, and I still have a y, and so 4 times the quantity x squared minus y. Because really what we're doing is the distributive property in reverse. And you can always check your work by distributing and make sure you get right back to the original, and indeed we do. Okay, so let's look at one other example here, factoring out common factors. So deal numbers with numbers, variables with variables, and now we have a trinomial. So the common factor has to be common to all three. So when I look at the numbers, first off, I think, okay, what factor of numbers is common to all three? And the conclusion is a 6, right? So let me do my numbers first. So a 24, right, is a 4 times 6. So I took the 6 out and there's a 4 left. Still have this negative sign, right? The 12 is a 2 times 6. I took the 6 out, so I have the 2 left. And the 6, I took all the 6 out, and so I could put a 1 there if I want, or just leave it. Okay, so I got a 6 out. What else can I get out? All right, well, all three have an A, so I can get an A out. You know, in this first A cubed, that's an A squared times A. Well, when I get the A out, the A squared is left, right? In the second one, an A squared is an A times A. When I take the A out, 1A is left, right? So I took this one out, 1's left. I really should cross out what I took out. And here I can take the A out, and there's nothing left. And if you notice, I can take a B out of this, right? Here, I might as well stay in green. And now there's B squared left. I can take a B out of this, and there's B, and I take a B out of this. And so in each of these, I took everything out. So you have to remember in that case to leave a 1 in its place. All right? Because I got the whole 6AB came out of the back. Right? And so what's left in its place is that 1. Right? And again, if you want to make sure that you're correct, you can just multiply this back out. And sure enough, you should end up back at your original, which let me clear it all back up. Again, normally I wouldn't do any of that. I would just simply factor out the common factors. So again, let me show you what I'm thinking here. Take a 6 out of that, leaves a 4. Take a 6 out of that, leaves the 2. Take a 6 out of that, leaves the 1. Take an AB out of that, etc., and away you go, right? Factoring out common factors. Now, you've got to be good at factoring out common factors to be able to do all other kinds of factoring, because in a lot of cases, it's the start to everything else. So factoring out common factors first.